Pet Grandma here. It is about 1:20 in the morning, and I think it's Friday. I can't even keep track of my days and whatever. It is Friday. Okay, so this is a Solds video, but I wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update and tell you briefly what's going on. I may have a little bit of ride with me footage from Friday because we got a notice. My mother had a moment of acting like a human tonight, and she knocked on my doors and told me that we got a notice that the power is going to be out tomorrow from 7 a.m. until 11 a.m. Now, this wouldn't be a big deal if we weren't in Phoenix and it wasn't going to be 111 degrees. It's supposed to hit 100 by 11 in the morning, and we will have no power, which means no fans, no air conditioning, no nothing, starting at 7 o'clock in the morning, which is when the sun starts to bake my room. So I'm not going to be here. I've got my air conditioner turned down to 73 right now because it works better at night when the sun isn't baking the room. And I'm hoping to get it nice and cold in here. And hopefully that will keep it from getting over 100 degrees in here before the power turns back on. I don't know if my air conditioner, I don't think it's going to automatically come back on. So she is supposed to call me as soon as the power comes back on so that I can beeline home and I can get my air conditioner going. And this is the worst timing possible. I was in the middle of going through things and taking boxes out to the living room and, putting them close to the front door so that I can load the truck on Saturday. Because there's a lot of stuff in here that is going to the swap meet. And, I went out and took a kind of an overview of what's in the garage and where things kind of are, so I know what I'm going to have to do out there. My back is killing me already, and I only moved 3 boxes out of here, but they were full and they were big, so I had to carry them in front of me. I don't know how many of you guys have lower back issues, but if I carry things on my side, like if I have a bag that's really heavy and I can carry it to the right or the left, it doesn't put as much strain on my lower back. But if I have to carry it in front of me and hold it at like waist level, it strains my lower back unbelievably. And so tomorrow and the next day and the next day are going to be lots of fun for me because I'm going to be dragging things and moving boxes and doing all of that. But tomorrow, I'm not going to be able to do a lot because it's going to be a million degrees in my room. I'm sure it's going to be over 90 when I get home and turn the air conditioner on. And then it's going to take the rest of the afternoon because it's going to be so hot tomorrow. It probably will not cool off in here until the sun goes down tomorrow night. And yeah, so that's what is going on. The next thing I wanted to do is say thank you to the folks that have left me notes on my last video and the people who have purchased the Amazon items and sent money through the Buy Me a Coffee. I'm just blown away. You guys are so, I don't want to get upset and cry again. So it's just, I'm surprised, but I'm not, because I know you guys are caring people, and it doesn't surprise me, but on the other hand, it's just shocking to see how quick everybody just helped, and did what they could. And even if they couldn't do anything financial, they were there with words of support. And and I know all of my viewers haven't seen the video yet. It's only been a couple of days since I posted it, or actually it was well, now it's been a couple of days. But it was unbelievable to me how quick everybody just jumped into action, and you know, I don't even know. I can't tell you guys how much I appreciate it. I really, there's no words. It's just, thank you. I will do a video, probably after I'm in Kentucky, to properly thank everyone individually. I want to thank everyone, you know. Um, so, with that said, I want to move on to the Solds video because I need to get this done. I just did a Solds video a week ago. So, and my store is on vacation mode now. I may open it back up for a week next Monday or Tuesday, just to try and get some more sales before I have to completely shut it down. You know, any money that I can make between now and maybe a week and a half from now, because then I really have to crack down and just focus on packing things for the trip, getting everything ready to go, making sure that I don't forget anything, because when you move in town, you can go back and get stuff. You can make a second trip or whatever. I don't get to do that this time. If I leave something behind, I'm never seeing it again. So I have to make sure I don't forget anything. Anyway, I'm picking at my arm. Okay, so I may have some ride with me footage from later today. Now it's 1:30 in the morning now. I should be sleeping because I have to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning so I can be out of here at 7 when they shut off the power. I need to shut down the computer, all of it, because I don't need anything acting wonky, because I didn't shut everything down. So I won't shut the air conditioner off before I leave. I'll leave that running because I'm hoping that when the power comes back on, maybe it will just come back on because it was on when the power went off. I don't know. I don't know. Poor Simon. And I can't take him with me, because I'll be getting out of the car and I can't bring him. I'm going to go poke around at some estate sales because I don't know what else to do with myself. I can't even, I thought about, well, I could pick up the refrigerator, but I can't until I have the U-Haul truck on Saturday. You know what I mean? There's like nothing I can do tomorrow that will be useful for the move until Saturday. And, and in here, I can't do anything in here when I won't have any lights. There's nothing, and I can't open a window because then that would let the heat in. So I'm just kind of screwed until the power comes back on tomorrow. And it gets cooler tomorrow evening. I'm going to have to try and get a bunch of stuff done tomorrow night. So anyway, on with the sales. The first item that sold was a 2017 Hallmark Keepsake Magic ornament. It was Star Trek USS Franklin. Sold for $13.99. The buyer paid $7.40 in shipping. The next item that sold was a metal rooster, and I put rustic farmhouse decor yard art, 17 inches distress. You guys saw this in a video when I picked it up, I think at a yard or at an estate sale. Sold for $14.88. Shipping paid was $20.86. This thing had to go in an obnoxious box. So I'll get to my cost of goods and my net at the end, like I usually do. Okay, let's see. That was the rooster. The next item I sold was that motorcycle, the Jesse James motocross bike, West Coast Choppers, die-cast metal dirt bike. Sold for $60. And shipping, I got an offer and I just took it because I wanted to get rid of that before I have to move. So, and I did not want to take to the swap. I didn't want to take that to the swap meet because I would not get anywhere near what it was worth at the swap meet. So anyway, buyer paid $60 and shipping paid was $9.98. I'm glad it's gone. I made $50 on it. I cleared 50 on it, after eBay's fees and my cost of goods. So very happy with that sale. I think I cleared 50. I might have cleared 45. Still, I paid $7 for it with all the tax and fees and stuff at the auction. So it was a very good buy. If I was not moving, I would have sat on it. I would have held out and waited until I got a decent, a better offer. But with me moving, it's out of here. Anyway, next item I sold was the Western Boot Steer Texas Star triple votive modeled metal candle holder. And I purchased this at an estate sale very recently. You guys may have seen the footage. It was it was a ride with me video where I made several stops. Anyway, that candle holder sold for $12.44, and shipping paid was $8.80. I believe I paid $3 for that. So the next item I sold was a blue cloisonne opposing dragons chasing a flaming pearl vase, 7.5 inches tall, sold for $22.59. Shipping paid was $8.43. I could have sold that for more also, but I've been dropping prices, you guys know. Next item I sold was a vintage ceramic pumpkin figural lidded cookie candy jar, cookie/candy jar, 5 inches by 6 inches, sold for $9.69, and shipping was $7.94. The next item I sold was a Rough Rider knife. I got this at the auction last weekend. I made no money on it, but it's gone. So anyway, it sold for $8.90. I don't know if I read you the whole description. It was a Rough Rider heavy forged trapper smooth turquoise bone handle. Anyway, $8.90, and the buyer paid $7.63 in shipping. It's not heavy. I really didn't weigh very much, but he's far on the other side of the country, where I'm going to be on the side of the country where I would be moving to. So the next item I sold was a carousel golden mane horse figurine Franklin Mint from 1988. I paid $3 for a bunch of those carousel animals, $3 each. Anyway, it sold for $8.20, and shipping was $6.62. I have been marking my stuff down like crazy, so if these prices seem low, it's because they are. The next item I sold was a lot of 3 American Rose Bell collection bells. I don't know what I put in the title. Limited edition Danbury Mint. I didn't have the box. Well, I had the boxes for them, but I wasn't going to ship them that way because it would be obnoxious. So I just sold them all together, said no boxes, and they sold for $9.06. Shipping paid was $7.33. Those were a mistake to buy, but at least I only paid $3 for all of them. So I made a little bit of money. Won't buy those again. Danbury Mint stuff is usually not worth it. Franklin Mint stuff is usually not worth it. Every once in a while, though, like with those carousel animals, those were worth it. So it really just depends. The next item I sold was a vintage Tenderheart Treasures felt fabric turkey, and I put Thanksgiving decor, 6.5 inches. I don't remember. I think I paid $1 for him at an estate sale. Sold for $6, and shipping was $7.23. The next item I sold was a Royal Dalton Tintern gravy boat with attached underplate. Sold for $11.31. Shipping paid was $10.69. The next item I sold was a Chinese floral cloisonne enamel over brass trinket toothpicks box. It was a cylinder. It was round, 3.5 inches tall by 2 inches in diameter. Very pretty, but very little, Anyway, it sold for $12.54. Shipping paid was $6.32. The next item I sold, this was a giant pain in the ass to ship and to put in a box. I think I talked about it in a ride with me. Anyway, it was a Budman cardboard sign, double-sided thick. This is what I put in. 38 by 19 inches, Budweiser beer, and then I put scratches in all caps and with some asterisks next to the word. Finally sold for $19, and shipping paid was $11.49. And I had to pay extra for that shipping because of the weird size. I think I talked about it. Anyway, next item I sold, and this was a recent pickup, was a Furio Christmas sponge tree wood utensil caddy holder, $19.99, and I just put holiday dinner party. I paid $3 for it, I believe, at Salvation Army. Sold for $9.12. Shipping was $11.34. The next item I sold was that giant box of bears. The limited treasures quarter coin bears, 67 of them. They sold for $100. Shipping paid was $34.59. And I think I ended up paying a little bit more on the shipping. I did because, and it was weird. And I talked about this in another video. I think I talked about this. I don't know. I may have recorded some ride with me and then didn't use the footage, but I had a smaller box, not much smaller, but it was a little bit smaller, and the weight was less than what I had estimated on eBay. But then I ended up paying more for the shipping. I don't understand what happened, but that went by UPS ground. So I'm hoping it gets there. I had more tape on that box. It was huge. Um, Cross fingers it gets there in one piece. Anyway, the last item. It's amazing how much faster these videos go when I only do a week at a time instead of a whole month. Vintage Baldwin brass round pillar candle stand base, and it also would fit a small Wolford oil lamp. So whatever that means. Somebody else had listed one, and it was exactly the same thing. They sold theirs. Anyway, this came in a lot with some auction stuff, and it was just this random thing. I was like, what the heck is this thing? So I took pictures of it, and I looked on Google Lens and figured it out. Anyway, it sold for $9, and shipping was $9. The thing was heavy, really heavy for how it wasn't very big. It was probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches round. It wasn't big at all, but it was heavy. It was solid brass. Anyway, again, 901 and $9 in shipping. So that is it for my sales. My total sales, and this is with the shipping that the buyers paid included, because that's how they do it with eBay. Total was $429.80 for the week. The shipping that I paid to Pirate Ship, because I don't use eBay for my shipping hardly ever anymore. Anyway, the shipping labels cost me $166.20. My cost of goods was about $67.40, and that leaves me with a net after all of my expenses of $196.20 for the week. So a pretty good week for me. My weeks used to be around 100, 130 on a good week, So this is, and for summer, I mean, it's not a bad week for me. So, and I did make a little bit of money on the shipping, because I added up what the buyers overall paid in shipping costs. It was $175.65, and my shipping cost through Pirate Ship was $166.20. So I made about $11 on the shipping total, but that covers my boxes and my bubble wrap. So, it kind of makes up for that. So anyway, that is it. I wanted to put this together because I was still awake and I didn't know when I was going to get a chance again, and I won't be able to do anything tomorrow. So it's like, oh, well, might as well do my solds video, and this will probably be the last one you guys are going to see for quite a while. Because even if I do open my store back up for like a week after this park and swap ordeal, I don't even know if I'll have any sales, but I thought, well, if I can eke out a few more sales, that would not hurt things for sure. So I'm trying to squeeze everything out that I can. Anyway, thanks again, you guys. You guys are just awesome. No words. Anyway, thank you for being here. Thank you for all the support. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Welcome to my new subscribers. I've picked up a couple people. You know, I will see you guys next time. I've got to go to bed. I hope you have a good weekend, and I will see you soon. Bye.